I was coming back from work. It was around 8 o'clock, and they stopped us because I decided to use the public transport, and they picked me. Look at my phone, saw my profile picture, and asked, "Who's this?" I said, "My wife." I said, "Is she American?" I said, "Yes." Telling me to transfer 1 million naira to them. And I was like, "For what?" And he slapped me, beat me up.
Nigerian police held me against my will, all because I married an American woman. This could have been a tragedy. A Nigerian man board public transport after work and never makes it home on time. His wife spends the night crying, believing she may never see him again. And the shocking part of it, those who are responsible were not street criminals. They were men in uniforms that are supposed to protect him. Friends, this story is not just about one man. It's about what happened when law enforcement becomes the very thing people fear the most. Before I continue, let me ask you this question. Do you still feel safe around the police in your country? Drop your thought in the comment below. Do you know what the victim said? He explained that his trouble began one evening around 8 p.m. Nigerian time in Benin City, Edo State. He had finished his work, boarded a vehicle, and was simply on his way back home to meet his American lovely wife. This thing happened along Sapele Road, close to Adesua Junction in Benin City. He was stopped by armed officers. They checked his phone, saw his profile pictures, and even noticed it was his wife. And when the police officers, when they asked him if she was an American, he said, and he confirmed, yes. That time his nightmare began. They immediately seized him, cuffed his hand tightly, and forced him into their patrol vehicle. And this man said, "My hand is still numb till now." From that moment, the officer treated him not as a citizen, but as a target. They blindfolded him, drove him into an unknown location, and began threatening him. They demanded 1 million naira from him. They slapped him, searched through his phone, and forced him to open his bank apps. This victim also explained, "They told me if I didn't give them 1 million naira, they would waste me instantly." For hours from 8 p.m. until past midnight, they kept him in their vehicle. Along the way, they stopped other motorists and extorted money from them too. One young man driving a Mercedes GLE Benz was also forced to transfer 500,000 naira to them. And another man was also accused of having money to take women out. This guy was also Roger. The man dropped money. Just simply, he wants to go and have a good time with his girlfriend. These are not policemen, the victim said. They are criminals in uniform. And please, have you ever witnessed such? Put it in the comment. But guys, don't just take my word for it. Listen now to the victim himself, sitting beside his wife, describing what he went through that night. Let's watch.
Hello guys, how you all doing? Man, it's really very bad, like what we want to talk about. Right, Nigerian police, that's what we want to talk about. If you look at our faces, we're very sad. Look at my wife's eyes, she cried a lot. That was 2 days ago. I was coming back from work, it was around 8 o'clock, and they stopped us because I decided to use the public transport, and they picked me. Look at my phone, saw my profile picture, and asked, "Who's this?" I said, "My wife." I said, "Is she American?" I said, "Yes." And they decided to handcuff me. My hand feels dead up to this time, like there's no life here. They handcuffed me, put me in the, what's it called? The vehicle, and took me to a unknown location, telling me to transfer 1 million naira to them. And I was like, "For what?" And he slapped me, beat me up, telling me to call whoever I want to call, telling me to unlock my phone. I said, "You don't have any right to unlock my phone. I don't have to give you my phone. What's my crime?" They kept on beating me up, handcuffed me behind my back. I was hurting badly. they dealt with me so much, like I was begging. I had no choice, but I unlocked my phone. And they looked into my private chat with everybody and all of that, went to my bank app and all that. And the little money I have, they saw, to God be the glory, they saw that there was not much money on my OP. And the other one, I couldn't even access it. That was the problem. I couldn't access the money from, they just saw email and saw that like there's money. And they wanted me to make sure I give them 1 million naira or they're going to kill me. They took me as if they're taking me to Lagos, past the town, just going towards a lonely part of that area. Very quiet place. From 8 a.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. till 1 a.m. For 5 hours they were with me, dealing with me, making sure I give them money for no crime committed, just because they saw my profile and realized that I'm married to an American woman, felt I have the whole money to give to them. And they stopped somewhere, they saw a guy with a girl around maybe 12, and they asked the guy, where are you going to? He said they're going to a hotel and all that. And they said, oh, so you have money to take a girl? What unnecessary questioning, profiling individuals just like that.
These are supposed to be the police.
This is the police, 5 guys, 5 policemen with rifle with police uniform, no badge, no name. I don't know, these are criminals, they are not police. They stopped, they are parked somewhere at the town, Saple Road, Benin City, close to Adeswa Junction. That was where they picked me and took me towards Yari Motors, towards going to Lagos, towards Olukusa. They took me towards there. Very quiet, around 12, nobody on the street, making sure they got money from me. They got a guy with driving a GLE motor, and I think the guy transferred 500,000 to them and left. Just like that. They realized they could not get any tangible money from me. They took my phone, they took my power bank, they took my charger, they took my headphone, they took all my belongings. The cash with me, they took that cash. My wife was crying at home, worried, no way to get to me. She tried to reach my phone, they couldn't allow me to pick a call. They just wanted me to give them money. This is really, really bad in the police force. I want this video, you people should share these videos so that people will realize what the police are doing right now in Benin City and those states. These are set of guys that claim to be from the states, and they're called special squad and all that. Special squad for what? What kind of special squad are you? You're doing nothing, just going about taking money from people you feel have the money. And I was busy asking, what is my crime? You look through my phone, what did you see? When they realized they could not get any tangible money from me, they dealt with me and dumped me somewhere like around 1 a.m. I had to sleep outside. In the morning, I had to find a way to do welcome back, get another phone, and make sure they don't get to use my number and all that. They had a lot of phone. A guy's phone, they took a guy's phone, iPhone 14 Pro Max. They took his phone. The guy ran off. So this is really bad in the police force. My wife is really enjoying Nigeria now. She's having second thought of leaving this country.
Yeah.
Because she's really scared. Like,
well, at least for us to start to go to America, because I don't want, that's crazy. This is the second time actually that they've done something like this.
This is the second time they've done this to me.
Yeah.
For no crime committed. Now somebody cannot, it was 8 o'clock, it was not late at night. They held me till 1 a.m. They held me till 1 a.m. There's no name on their, they had no badge number, or what is it called in Nigeria?
Like name tag or something?
No name tag and all that. But they had their uniform police with rifles and all that.
They're basically just kidnappers.
Maybe just kidnappers. I don't know. They took a lot. They took a lot of money. They got a lot of money from them. Many guys. They stopped me somewhere, had me handcuffed at the back of the seat, stopped, and any vehicle they see, they make sure they get money from them. Just out there to loot people. Police are meant to protect lives and properties, but this time they're stealing from us. They stole from me. Mm-hmm. They stole my phone. This police stole my phone. They stole everything from me that night and dumped me somewhere to die. They said they're going to kill me. It was God. They wanted to just shoot me.
Yeah.
And I was pleading.
And I was pleading. Praying. That whole night I was just praying.
This is really bad. Guys, you guys should share this video so it will get to the relevant authorities and let people know this is what the police are out doing right now. This is happening in Benin City and those states. It's happening. I don't know. I'm sure it's happening in virtually all of the all of Nigeria. It's just that a lot of people are not prone to express themselves like we're doing right now. They've killed a lot of people, possibly. What about if they had opportunity of seeing maybe a lot of money would mean like 50 million? Don't you think they'll just kill me and have a way to take the money?
They probably would have.
They probably would have. But God saved my life.
Amen.
My wife was at home praying, and I believe God heard her prayers, and they just realized that they should just dump this guy somewhere. And they dumped me somewhere to die. I was on the floor crying. I couldn't move because they dealt with me.
You just heard it in his own word. Cuffed, beaten, forced to hand over everything he had on him. And all of this was simply because he married an American woman. Is it a crime to marry an American woman, or is it a crime to marry a foreigner? The funniest thing is that by around 1 a.m., the officers realized this guy could not even pay a single shingbai, that huge amount of money that they demanded from him. Do you know what they did? They now took everything he had on him, his phone, his charger, even little petty cash here and there that they saw on him. They collected everything, all those pieces of money. Then they now dump him in a deserted area near Oluku along the Lagos-Benin Expressway. And when this all happened, this man had no option than to pray. And he said, I prayed all through that night. God, please save my life. They left me in the dark just to buy. Meanwhile, at home, his American wife was also in tears, crying wodo, unable to reach him, not knowing whether her husband was alive or gone forever. If you're all watching this video from outside Nigeria, would you feel safe living here after hearing all this story? Tell us in the comment place, because someone needs to learn from other people's story. Now, here's where this story takes a shocking turn. Days later, the Edo Police Command confirmed that this was not just a random claim from this man. They said one of their own officers, Gangan, Inspector Ojo Oloruntobi, was indeed part of that gang terrorizing the residents in Benin in Edo State. This man was arrested along with 3 civilians accomplices, Charles Honor, Joseph Hois, and Enoma Agbo. They were caught in a silver Toyota Yaris while carrying out their operations again on another people in another area there, but also in Benin City in Edo State. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Monday Agbonika, vowed that there will be no hidden place for rogues elements in Edo State. But Nigerians, we have heard this before. ENSA's protest took the nation in 2020 with young people demanding an end to police brutality. Yet, years later, the same story keeps repeating itself without ending. Have you ever been maltreated recently by the Nigerian police? Please share your experience in the comments. This single case exposes something deeper that we need to dig into. International organizations have constantly ranked the Nigerian police force among the most corrupt in the world. Canada even rejected the asylum claim of a former Nigerian police officer, citing the force's reputations for abuse and misconduct. And every day, Nigerians share stories of fear, harassment, and extortion. Many people never reported these cases, and many even went silent forever. This is why faith in law enforcement is collapsing in Nigeria. Instead of feeling protected, many Nigerians now feel haunted. This victim we're talking about today survived, but not everyone does. His words were really chilling. And what are the words? He said, if I had 15 million with me that night, they would have taken it and even buy me on the spot there. Nobody would have known my whereabouts. What are the lessons here? It's so clear. Nigerians need urgent reform, not empty promises. The Nigerian government must stop treating these cases as isolated incidents. And for Nigerians abroad, this damages the country's global image. How can foreigners feel safe visiting? investing, or even marrying into families here in Nigeria, if those sworn in to protect us are seen as predators. Today, the victim's wife that we're talking about here says she is considering leaving Nigeria for good, patapata. And you cannot blame her because waiting her eye takes see koro within the few hours when she did not see her husband, that in enough, they buy some people. And what does this say to the world? That foreigners in Nigeria are unsafe, that a spouse of an American woman is automatically seen as rich and therefore becomes a target. This is not just about one man. It's about Nigeria's reputation on the global stage. Every incident like this pushes investors, students, tourists, and even our own diaspora far away on Bagiri. They don't even want to jackpada back to Nigeria again. My friends, what do you think? Can Nigeria ever rebuild trust in its police force? Or do you think the damage is too deep? Drop your thought in the comments. Share this video so more people can see what is really happening. And don't forget, please, to subscribe to African Black Gold TV for more stories that exposes injustice, reveal truth, and give a voice to the voiceless. Because silence helps no one, but truth can save lives. This is African Black Gold TV. Please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that anytime that I come with update, you will be the first to be notified. And again, please subscribe to this channel because we want to grow a community here.